There's many different investment approaches and philosophies out there, bottom-up stock picking being a popular one amongst investors and in much of the financial media. At Fisher Investments, our approach is a little bit different in that we approach markets from the top down. What that means is we focus on the high-level investment decisions first, and then choose stocks that capitalize on those high-level investment decisions. Our research shows that long-term portfolio returns are much more impacted by high-level decisions than by individual stock selection. Based on our research, roughly 70% of long-term portfolio returns can be explained by asset allocation. That is the mix of stocks, bonds, cash, and other securities. About 20% of portfolio returns are determined by sub-asset allocation, or the types of stocks or bonds that you invest in. And then finally, the last 10% of portfolio returns is determined by individual stock selection. So at Fisher, of course, what we focus on first is those high-level decisions, whether we want to be invested in stocks at all based on our views of economics, politics, and sentiment, and then identifying drivers for all the sub-asset allocation decisions. So this would include things like which countries to invest in, which sectors, style, value versus growth, and size of stocks, large versus small. Finally, we pick individual securities that are representative of their categories and poised to capture the top-down trends that we're seeing. Now, of course, by the time we've gotten to this point, we've done all of the research to narrow down into the particular categories that we think we should be invested in given the current market environment. So the way that you could think about this is each stock plays a particular role in an overall diversified portfolio strategy, and each stock is poised to capture what we're seeing with some of the top-down themes in the portfolio. In contrast to bottom-up investing, we're not trying to find the needle in the haystack, we're trying to identify the haystack with the most needles.